The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's now time for Ottumwa Softball. Heard right here on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the field with the voice of the Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
An Iowa Alliance South doubleheader against the Roughriders of Des Moines Roosevelt. Ottumwa comes in at 15-9. They're 11-. I think we've fixed our audio issue here. It is a windy afternoon here at Houston Field. All right, trying to keep everything from blowing away here. Had a plug not quite plugged in for audio. Now we're here. Now we're ready to go. Bulldogs and Roughriders, Ottumwa Des Moines Roosevelt senior night for Ottumwa softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Ottumwa again 15-9, 11-3 in the Iowa Alliance South. The Bulldogs have not played since they were swept at Des Moines Lincoln on Monday. Ottumwa knew what was on the line Monday at Lincoln, but they couldn't get the job done. Ashlyn Sheets pitched well enough to win the opener, but the inability to get a single hit until the seventh inning of that game meant OHS only had that one final chance to tie or go ahead, and they came up a run short. In the nightcap, Sydney Rockhold couldn't repeat the magic she had the first time she faced the Rails, and while the offense found more hits in the second game, they just couldn't get the clutch hits they needed, leaving 9 runners on base. The conference title, unfortunately, is all but out of reach. Ottumwa would need to win out and have Lincoln find 2 losses against East, Hoover, and or Roosevelt, with this Roosevelt team being the most likely culprit. So the focus now needs to be for Ottumwa on shoring up problem areas and getting into the best possible position for the regionals. OHS certainly can't afford to be looking past tonight either. Roosevelt is a surprising 10 games over 500, and they gave the Bulldogs 1 competitive game out of 2 the first time around. Roosevelt is 18-8. They are 9-5 in the Iowa Alliance South under their head coach Christina Smith, and this has turned into a very nice season for the Roughriders as they already have their most wins in a season since 2017. They're comfortably in 3rd place in the conference, and they could still have an impact on the final standings as we talked about, since they face both Ottumwa tonight and Lincoln in 8 days. In fact, Ottumwa would love for Roosevelt to shock Lincoln 8 days from now, but if Roosevelt were to win 2 games here tonight, they would pull into a tie for second with Ottumwa in the conference. So they're coming in tonight with a lot to play for. The top half of the Rough Rider offense has been potent, with 4 players hitting better than 400 on the season. Roosevelt also hits for power, a .510 team slugging percentage. They have 93 steals in 26 games. The defense has been solid, and they found something in the circle with 8th grader Clara Page, who sports an 8-3 record and a 3.21 ERA. The Riders are very young, with 7 of their top 9 hitters playing as sophomores or below, and they look like they're set up for a bright future. So again, Ottumwa cannot afford to take Roosevelt lightly tonight. Just getting started on our Bulldog pregame show. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back, and tell you about the first time these 2 teams met. That was earlier this month up in Des Moines. That's coming your way in 2 minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
This is Opula with Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? You don't really want to cook? Stop in and see us. We are known for the best pizza in Southeast Iowa. Enjoy a mouth-watering steak or an awesome tenderloin. We also have salads, pasta, chicken and fish, and of course, amazing Greek food. Call ahead for carryout. Our full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you for making us your favorite restaurant. We look forward to serving you at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Opa!
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs and Des Moines Roosevelt senior night at Houston Field for Ottumwa as they honor the 8 seniors in the program this year. That would be Maddie Hauk, Jordan Pauls, Emma Strayer, Ashlyn Sheets, Jocelyn Ware, Ella Aller, Katie Shrewery, and Ella Thompson, going numerically. Ottumwa and Roosevelt met on June 5th up in the capital city, and Ottumwa won both games 6-3 and 11-1. It was a good trip for Ottumwa, although they had to work hard for the first win. A 4-run third inning overcame an early Rider lead in that opener, while a 5-run first inning in the nightcap set the stage for a fairly easy 5-inning Bulldog victory. OHS has dominated this series. They are 50-3 against Roosevelt since 2009. The Riders haven't beaten Ottumwa since 2015. We look at those Iowa Alliance South standings. Lincoln is in front, and barring a collapse by them down the stretch, they have the inside track to the first ever Alliance South title. Lincoln ranked 13th this week in Class 5A, 13-1 in the conference, 22-8 overall. Ottumwa second place, 11-3, 2 games back. Bulldogs 15-9 overall. Roosevelt in third at 9-5, 4 games back. As we mentioned, they're 18-8. East is 4-8 in the conference, 5-25 overall. Hoover 1-11 in the conference, 5-13 overall. North 0-10 in conference, 0-16 overall. The pregame meeting and home plate between the umpires and the head coaches, Christina Smith for Roosevelt, Mandy Baum for Ottumwa, that has just ended. So as they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups to the fans here at Houston Field tonight, let's bring you the starting lineups here on the broadcast. Pop up that nifty little graphic on the video, and we'll start with the visitors from Roosevelt. Leading off and playing center field is Avery Vukovic. Batting second, the third baseman, Tenley Thompson. Clara Page, the pitcher, will bat third, and Lola Tate Dotson, the designated player, hits cleanup. Batting fifth is the second baseman, Ella Holtz. Batting sixth and playing first base is Madeline Thomas. Sloan Swanson in left field hits seventh. Nani Bell in right field hitting eighth. Bell being called up from the JV team. And batting ninth is the catcher, Ariana Morrow. The flex player for Des Moines Roosevelt is their shortstop, Haley Burriola. Those are the Riders. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. Leading off and playing shortstop, Jocelyn Ware. Batting second, the designated player, Sydney Rockhold. Ella Aller will play second base and bat third. Ashlyn Sheets, the pitcher, hits cleanup. Sam Weeks catching and batting fifth. Emma Strayer, the third baseman, hits sixth. Ella Thompson in right field batting seventh. Avery Frankie in left field bats eighth. Batting ninth is the center fielder, Maddie Hauk. And the flex player for Ottumwa is the first baseman, Hunter Caldwell. Roosevelt wearing white jerseys with navy pinstripes. Old school lettering in navy Roosevelt across the front, navy numbers front and back. The pants are white with navy pinstripes as well, and white socks for the Roughriders. Ottumwa has the red jerseys with the white pinstripes, white lettering Bulldogs across the front, white numbers front and back, white pants with a red stripe, and the red socks with the white stripes for OHS. Familiar voice on the PA tonight, stepping in to help out, Neil Hartz, who we know better as Ottumwa High's head boys basketball coach. But Neil and I spent several summers over at baseball when he would do baseball PA, and he hasn't done that for a little while, but he's helping out tonight, so good to see Neil here. And as you heard the starting lineup, again, Jordan Paul's not in the lineup, nursing that sore arm. Bulldogs need her healthy at the end of the year. If it's anything like Monday, she could pinch hit. And hopefully it is her senior night, so hopefully we'll see all 8 seniors get to play again. The Bulldogs are not done with the home schedule. Next week they'll play here Thursday at home against Des Moines North, and then Friday and Saturday, the 30th and July 1st in the Ottumwa Classic. We'll take a 2-minute break for the national anthem and return with the opening pitch on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good afternoon once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Houston Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Kyle Smith, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa and Des Moines Roosevelt, an Iowa Alliance South doubleheader on the Bulldogs senior night. Ashlyn Sheets in the circle for OHS. The defense behind her, Avery Frankie in left, Maddie Houck in center, Ella Thompson in right, Emma Strayer at third, Jocelyn Ware at short, Ella Aller at second, Hunter Caldwell at first, and Sam Weeks behind the plate. Top 3 in the Roosevelt batting order. Avery Vukovic, Tenley Thompson, and Clara Page. Do have updated stats on the Riders. Vukovic, just a sophomore, hitting .439, a home run and 18 driven in. Bulldogs won the first 2 games against Roosevelt this year, 6-3 and 11-1. This will be a rematch of Sheets and Page. And our first pitch of the ball game is low for ball 1. First pitch at 5:01 on a hot afternoon in the city of Bridges. 1 ball, no strikes to the Roughrider center fielder. Lefty to righty. The pitch in there for a strike. We're even at 1-1. 90 degrees under mostly sunny skies here at Houston Field. And a northeast wind at 6 miles an hour. Every now and then we catch a little bit of a gust and it cools you off a little bit. The 1-1 from Sheets. Line foul off to the right out of play, 1-2. One and 2 to Vukovic. Ashland toes the rubber. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. And Sheets has her first strikeout, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That brings up the third baseman, Tenley Thompson. Thompson, a freshman, batting .403 with 16 runs batted in, left-handed hitter.
Now batting the third baseman, Tenley Thompson.
First pitch from Sheets to Thompson. Grounded back to the circle. Reaching up to get it is Sheets. Throw to first and quickly 2 down. And here comes the pitcher, Clara Page. Page just out of 8th grade, but boy, what a start she's having to her high school career. As we mentioned, 8-3 in the circle, and as a hitter, she's batting .425, 2 home runs and 17 RBI. 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first. Sheets to Page. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Now batting the pitcher, Clara Page.
0-1 to Page. Ashland has the sign and the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 2. Sheets trying to set Roosevelt down in order here in the top of the first. The 0-2, outside 1-2. One and two to Clara Page. The wind and the pitch by Sheets. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. Still 1-2. Still 1-2 to Page. The pitch, chopped foul back behind the plate, and Page stays alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the first. The pitch, outside 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sheets brings it home. In there for called strike 3, and the inning is over. Another strikeout for Ashland Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 1, 2, 3 go the Riders. We go to the bottom of the first. Roosevelt nothing. Your Bulldogs are coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning. Ottumwa set Roosevelt down in order in the top of the first, and now Clara Page into the circle for the first time today. The defense behind her for the Roughriders. Sloan Swanson in left, Avery Vukovic in center, Nani Bell in right. Tenley Thompson at third, Haley Buriola at short, Ella Holtz at second, Madeline Thomas at first, and Ariana Morrow behind the plate. Top 3 in the Ottumwa order: Jocelyn Ware, Sydney Rockhold, and Ella Aller.
Jocelyn Ware.
Ware, one of 8 Bulldogs seniors, playing on this senior night. Again, not the final time Ottumwa will play at home. In fact, the Bulldogs will have at least 6 more games at home. 2 against North next Thursday, 1 week from today. Then 4 in the Ottumwa Classic, June 30th, July 1st, the next 2 days after that North doubleheader. First pitch from Page to Ware. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1-1 to the Bulldogs shortstop. The next pitch, way high, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one to Ware. The next offering from Page. Slow roller back to the circle. Page throws to first, and Ware is retired for out number 1. That brings up the designated player, Sidney Rockhold.
Next up for the Bulldogs, number 24, Sidney Rockhold.
One out, nobody on for Ottumwa. Sidney digs in. First pitch, fouled back to the screen right side, 0-1. One the count to Rockhold. The next offering, bounced in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one to Rockhold. The pitch, inside, 2-1. Rockhold digs back in, the 2-1 from Page. Upstairs, 3-1. Ella Aller on deck. Three balls and a strike. Sluggers count for Rockhold. And the pitch. Downstairs, ball 4, and Rockhold patiently works a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Ella Aller.
Now batting for Bulldogs, the second baseman, Ella Aller.
Aller homered in Game 2 against Lincoln on Monday. First pitch to her here. Lined into left field, base hit. Dogs have the first hit of the game, first and second with 1 out, and the batter Ashlyn Sheets. Again, no Jordan Pauls in the lineup. Maybe available to pinch hit, but still nursing that sore arm. Not able to start.
Now back for the Bulldogs, number 27, Ashlyn Sheets.
First pitch fouled off to the left, off the top of the press box for strike 1. Oh, 1 to Sheets. The next offering, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two on, 1 out for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 to Sheets. Pop foul back over our heads and out of play, 1-2. 1-2 to Sheets, trying to help her own cause. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Page rocks and fires. Hit in the air to left down the line. That'll land foul in the Ottumwa bullpen. Still 2-2. Ottumwa playing in its 25th game, and boy, you think after this game there's still 15 more to go, but we are getting close to the home stretch here. It'll be a busy final week and a half. As the 2-2 pitch is blooped to third, that'll be caught. Throw back to second, not in time, as the third baseman Thompson makes the catch. Rockhold gets back to second. Sheets pops out, and the inning is up to Sam Weeks. Two on, two out. Rockhold walked. Aller singled. First pitch to Sam. Low and away, ball one. No balls and a strike, or 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch in there, and the count even at 1-1 as Weeks let that one go by. Ottumwa trying to break through here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. Line foul into the right field corner, 1-2. Good cut by Sam, but out in front. 1-2 to Weeks. Righty to lefty. Page winds and delivers. Hit foul in the air off to the left out of play. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Page about to throw her 20th pitch of the first inning. The 1-2 to Sam. Off speed, line into center field, and that's down for a base hit. Rockhold around third, on her way home. The throw coming in, it is offline, and advancing to second and third on the throw are Aller and Weeks. RBI single for Sam. Dogs lead 1-0. Nice piece of two-strike hitting by Sam Weeks, who flexes out at second base. So Ottumwa cashes in that leadoff walk, and now one more hit could really put Ottumwa in a good spot. Emma Strayer will be the batter. We get a courtesy runner for Weeks at first. That'll be Kendra Cole. Let's see if Strayer on her senior night can provide a little bit of magic. Bulldog third baseman digs in. Second and third, 2 down. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. How packed are we for this schedule down the stretch? Well, tomorrow, 2 games in Cedar Rapids at the Brian Irby Classic. Strayer takes a strike, 1-1. We'll be there, only live radio tomorrow. We're not allowed to do live video from Cedar Rapids Jefferson. We will record the games, so we'll have video playback, but we can't have live video tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball, shallow center. Coming in is Vukovic, and she'll get there to make the catch and retire the side. Ottumwa does get a run on 2 hits. They leave 2. After an inning, Bulldogs 1, Roughriders 0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop, located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Ottumwa 1, Des Moines Roosevelt 0 in our softball doubleheader here at Houston Field on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs softball brought to you by Josh Brenna and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home on the corner of Penn and Jeff in Ottumwa. By Bridge City Realty, your Ottumwa and surrounding area real estate pros for buying or selling property. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's trusted experts. And by Graphics Masters on Albia Road in Ottumwa, across from the BP. Contact them for all your window or auto signage, vinyl decals, wall sayings, custom apparel, and advertisement needs. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Rough Riders here in the second inning. Lola Tate Dotson, Ella Holtz, and Madeline Thomas. First pitch to Tate Dotson, fouled off to the right off the screen, 0-1. Lola Tate Dotson, a freshman, appearing in her 10th game. A .417 hitter, that's 5 for 12 with a double and 6 runs batted in. The 0-1 from Ashlyn Sheets. Slow roller to third, second hop to Strayer, throw to first, and 1 down. That brings up the second baseman, Ella Holtz. Holtz is a bit of a rarity on this team. She's a senior on a team full of underclassmen, batting .250, has a home run, and has driven in 14. And Roosevelt is very young, and at 18-8, they profile to be a very good team going forward in the Iowa Alliance South. First pitch to Holtz, in there for a strike, 0-1. Lefty to righty, Sheets to Holtz, and a pop-up to the circle. Catch made by Ashlyn Sheets for out number 2. That'll bring up the first baseman, Madeline Thomas.
Now batting the first baseman, Madeline Thomas.
Thomas, another senior, hitting .273, a home run and 14 driven in. Two out, nobody on, top second. The pitch, upstairs, ball 1. Sheets with the 1-0. Liner knocked down by the first baseman Caldwell, picks it up, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Rough Riders. We go to the bottom of the second. Dogs lead 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning. Ottumwa 1, Des Moines Roosevelt 0. Bulldogs softball on KBIZ. Brought to you by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic North 63 next to Walgreens for the ultimate Sonic experience. By William Penn University, the place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. And by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Let's see, 7, 8, and 9 to up for Ottumwa. Ella Thompson, Avery Frankie, and Maddie Hauk. To stand in against the 8th grader Clara Page. First pitch to Thompson. In there for a strike, 0-1. Bulldogs took the lead in the first inning on an RBI single by Sam Weeks. 0-1 to Thompson. The next offering, high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the second inning, Bulldogs at bat, leading 1-0, and It's time now for me to dig up another Ottumwa softball 50th anniversary trivia question. As Ella hits a high fly ball to left center, pretty well hit, but underneath it and making the catch is the left fielder Swanson for out number 1. That'll bring up Avery Frankie, the left fielder.
Now batting the left fielder, Avery Frankie.
Ball was hit fairly deep by Ella Thompson, and so we'll pick this trivia question. Again, these questions are all part of the trivia contest at the Saturday night dinner, June 3rd, that was the final part of the celebration of 50 years of Ottumwa softball. Frankie bunts it back to the circle. Man bunted it a little too hard. Picked up by the pitcher Page. Throw to first. The second baseman holds covering, and that's out number 2. 2 out, nobody on for Maddie Houck, the number 9 hitter. Maddie also playing on her senior night. All right, here's the question, because it's not posted on the walls. But what is the distance to the left field and right field foul poles here at Houston Field? How many feet to the foul pole? First pitch to Maddie. Off speed in there for a strike, 0-1. Your choices: is it 170 feet down each line, 180 feet, 190 feet, or 200 feet? How deep are the foul poles at Houston Field? The answer will come in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch downstairs to Houck, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 2nd, leading 1-0. Now the 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Up high to Houck, 3-1. If she can get on top of the order, Jocelyn Ware on deck. Three and 1 to Maddie Houck. The pitch from Page. Off speed in there for a strike, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on, bottom 2, 1-0 Ottumwa. Houck trying to keep the inning going. The payoff. Low ball 4. Maddie draws a 2-out walk. Second walk issued by Page. And that'll bring up Ware, who grounded back to the circle her first time up.
Shortstop, Jocelyn Ware.
Page is not a strikeout pitcher, only 43 strikeouts in 85 innings. 21 walks in those 85 innings coming in. She's walked 2 in 2 innings here. And Ware fouls it off to the right off the screen, strike 1. Might see Maddie Houck try to take off and steal second. Worst case scenario, if she gets thrown out, you'll lead off the 3rd inning with the top of the order. 0-1 to Ware. Page into that slow windup in the pitch. Runner is going, pitch is high, throw down to second, gets into center field. It'll be back to by Vukovic. Houck does steal second. I believe the pitch was a ball. Nope, pitch was a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Ware. High chopper to short. Waiting on it is Burriola. Throw to first in time. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left. After 2, Bulldogs 1, Roughriders nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Ottumwa 1, Roosevelt nothing. Bulldogs softball on KBIZ, brought to you by Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at Roto-Rooter, servicing Ottumwa and surrounding areas. By Family First Chiropractic on West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. 7, 8, 9 do it for Roosevelt here in the third. Starting with Sloan Swanson, the left fielder. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. Swanson, a freshman, batting .228 with 9 runs batted in. The 0-1 fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Sheets ahead of Swanson, 0-2. Nani Bell and Ariana Morrow to follow. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's in the dirt. Weeks will pick it up and flip down to Caldwell at first to complete the putout. 1 down. Third strikeout for Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa.
Now batting the right fielder, Nani Bell.
That'll bring up Nani Bell. Bell not listed on the varsity roster we printed out. Listed on the JV roster, she's just out of 8th grade. And this would appear to be her first varsity at-bat. Left-handed hitter. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Bell starting in right field. Oh and 1, and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One out, nobody on, top of the third. Ottumwa leading Roosevelt 1-0. Sheets brings home the 1-1. Ground ball back to the circle. Ashland has it. Throw to first and 2 down. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ariana Morrow. Morrow, the catcher, just out of 8th grade. This is her 13th game, her 4th start. She's batting .231, 3 for 13 with an RBI. First pitch from Sheets. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike tomorrow. The 0-1. That's a strike, 0-2. Morrow, one of 3 8th graders in the lineup, 4 if you count the flex player, Haley Burriola, the shortstop. 0-2. Sheets looking for her 4th strikeout. The 0-2, high, 1-2. Ottumwa Baseball also hosting Des Moines Roosevelt tonight over at John Hart Stadium. My normal source for scores when I'm at softball is not there at baseball tonight. If anybody's listening at baseball, you want to send me an update, I'd appreciate it. The 1-2. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 9 up, 9 down for Roosevelt. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa holding a 1-0 lead over Roosevelt. Game 1 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog softball brought to you by Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, your premium broadband provider now in Wapello County. Go to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com to purchase fiber internet at your home. By Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat. And by Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. 2, 3, and 4 up for the Dogs. Rockhold, Aller, and Sheets. Sidney Rockhold walked and scored the Ottumwa run in the first inning. Clara Page to beginning her third inning of work. First pitch to Rockhold. Inside, ball 1. Through 2 innings, Page has walked 2, has allowed 2 hits. The 1-0 to Rockhold. Liner out to second, knocked down by the second baseman, and the throw to first by Holtz is in time for out number 1. Sinking liner the other way. Holtz tried to backhand it, couldn't grab it cleanly, but kept it in front of her. And that brings up Ella Aller, who singled her first time up. Ella digs into that right-handed batter's box. First pitch. High fly ball down the right field line. That's going to twist foul and out of play. Had home run distance, but couldn't keep it fair, 0-1. And that brings up the trivia question. Time for the answer, bottom of the third inning. What is the distance to the foul poles at Houston Field? As that ball was hit towards the pole but curled foul. Still went over the fence down there. Here's the 0-1. Sharp ground ball up the middle, base hit. Aller 2 for 2. 1 on, 1 out for Ashlyn Sheets, who popped out her first time up. So is the correct answer 170 feet to the foul poles, 180 feet, 190 feet, or 200 feet? The correct answer is 180 feet down each line here at Houston Field. Stay tuned. We'll have another Ottumwa softball trivia question during Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. 1 on, 1 out for Ashland. First pitch. Pot foul back to the screen, 0-1. Sheets had popped it up. She saw the catcher, Morrow, catch the ricochet. Ashland didn't know it had hit the net. She thought she was out. Sam Weeks had to tell her, no, it's off the net. You're still in there, 0-1. The pitch. Ground ball to second, slowly hit. Holtz will go to first for the out. Aller down to second with 2 down. And that'll bring up Sam Weeks, who put Ottumwa on the board with an RBI single in the first inning.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, Sam Weeks.
See if Sam can drive in another run here. Aller at second, 2 down. First pitch from Page. Low, ball 1. Clara Page spinning that ball on her right hip. Righty to lefty, the 1-0 to Weeks. Ground ball up the middle, base hit, all around third on her way home. The throw from Vukovic is just to second base, an RBI single for Sam Weeks. She's got 2 in 3 innings, and Ottumwa leads it 2-0. Once again, we'll see Kendra Cole be the courtesy runner for the catcher Weeks, and the batter Emma Strayer, who flew out to center her first time up. Two nothing Ottumwa now, thanks to the bat of the catcher, Sam Weeks. Strayer digs in, runner at first and 2 down. And the pitch. Line foul off the face of the press box.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, third baseman, Emma Strayer.
Neil Hartz accidentally said Sam Weeks was batting. He got a batter behind. I think Emma might have been annoyed by that and hit the ball off the press box, and suddenly Neil got it right. 0-1 to Strayer. The pitch. Runner goes, ground ball, foul down the third baseline. Wow, that was close. 0-2. Boy, runner in motion, that would have been interesting had that stayed fair past the bag. 0-2 to Strayer. Cole, the courtesy runner at first. 2 down. A run home here in the third. Dogs lead 2-0. Right-hander to right-hander, the 0-2 to Strayer. Chop foul as Emma stays alive on an off-speed pitch. Had to go down and get that one. Still no balls, 2 strikes to Strayer. The pitch, ground ball foul, third base side again. Still 0-2 to Strayer. The pitch, high, runner goes, throw down to second. Not in time, Cole steals the base. Now 1-2 to Strayer with the runner in scoring position. Cole with kind of a relieved smile on her face at second. Did not get a great jump, but the throw one hopped in there and bounced away from the shortstop, Briola. The 1-2. Liner, one hop, short hop into the glove of Briola at short, throw to first in time, inning over. Emma hit it hard, but unfortunately right at the shortstop. Dogs get a run on 2 hits. They leave 1 after 3. Bulldogs ahead 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning, Ottumwa 2. Des Moines Roosevelt 0. Game 1 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Ashlyn Sheets has faced 9 batters and retired them all. Roosevelt with the top of the order. Vukovic, Thompson, and Page due up. Avery Vukovic stands in, having struck out her first time up.
Leading out the top of the 4th for Roosevelt, center fielder Avery Vukovic.
First pitch from Sheets. Low, ball 1. Ashland has struck out 4 of the first 9 batters she's faced. One 1-0 here to Vukovic. The next offering, high 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch, fouled in the air off to the right. That's going to land in the first base side bullpen. 2-1 to Vukovic. That 2-0 was the first time Sheets had really gotten behind a hitter tonight. Now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sheets gets the sign. Spins the ball on her left hip in the 2-2. Low and away, 3-2. 2-0 Ottumwa, top 4. First 3-ball count that Sheets has gotten to in the game. Here's the 3-2. Low, ball 4. And Roosevelt has its first base runner on a leadoff walk. Vukovic will run, 12 steals on the season. The batter, Tenley Thompson, who grounded back to the circle her first time up. Ashland toes the rubber. First pitch. Missed for a ball, 1-0. Waiting to see how aggressive Roosevelt might be here. Leadoff hitter on. Ottumwa leading 2-0, top of the fourth. The 1-0 pitch. Bunted, charging in his strayer, throw to first. All are covering for the out. Sacrifice, 5-4. Vukovic at second, and the batter Clara Page, who was called out on strikes her first time up.
Now batting the pitcher, Clara Page.
Page digs into the right-handed batter's box. Vukovic now at second, first pitch. Little flare out to shallow left. That drops for a bloop single. Vukovic stops at third. Racing for second. The throw to second would have had Page, but it was low, and it one-hopped out of the glove of Aller before she could secure it. Boy, Ottumwa should have had a second out there. Page was going to run into an out. They were trying to catch Ottumwa napping out there, and they kind of did. Can't give a double there. That's a single, and then advancing to second on indecision more than anything else. Abby Roker will be the courtesy runner for Page at second. So Vukovic at third, Page at second. Boy, that's a tough way to lose a no-hitter in the fourth inning if you're Sheets. A blooper just beyond the infield dirt. And now here's Lola Tate Dotson, who grounded to third her first time up. First pitch, low, ball one. One and 0 to the designated player, Tate Dotson. Ashland brings it home. In there for a strike, 1-1. One to the right-handed batting cleanup hitter. Now the 1-1 bunt shown, bunted out and fouled behind the plate, 1-2. Interesting call there. Wouldn't be a forced play at home. But now 1-2, can't imagine they'd try to bunt again. Second and third, one away. Sheets could really use a strikeout right here. The 1-2. Upstairs, couldn't get her to chase the rise ball, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Second and third, one down, top of the fourth. And the 2-2. Popper foul, that's going to get down untouched over near the Roosevelt on deck circle, still 2-2. Good news from John Hart Stadium right now. Bulldog baseball, after 3 innings, has a 2-0 lead over Des Moines Roosevelt. Ottumwa baseball trying to fight its way back into first place in the Iowa Alliance South. A sweep over Roosevelt would give them that tonight. Back here at softball, another 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Boy, Sheets was cruising through the first 3 innings. Walked the leadoff hitter here in the fourth. A sacrifice bunt, a bloop single, and runner taking second. Second and third, one out. Now 3-2 to the cleanup hitter, Lola Tate Dotson. The 3-2. On the inside corner, called strike 3, 2 down. What a big pitch by Ashland Sheets. Her 5th strikeout, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Not out of the woods yet. Here's the second baseman, Ella Holtz, who popped out to the circle her first time up. Second and third, 2 down. 2-0 Ottumwa. Sheets trying to wriggle off the hook here. First pitch, fly ball to right. Over is Thompson, makes the running catch in the corner to retire the side. Holtz hit it well, but Thompson equal to the task. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Dogs 2, Riders nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Roosevelt had their first threat of the night, but it went by the boards, and Ottumwa still has a 2-0 lead. 7, 8, 9 to up for the Dogs here in the fourth. Thompson, Frankie, and Houck. Ella Thompson coming to bat right after she made a nice running catch to end that top of the fourth inning and keep Roosevelt scoreless. Thompson flew out to fairly deep left her first time up.
For the Bulldogs. Right fielder, Ella Thompson.
Clara Page toes the rubber. And her first pitch of the fourth inning, he's in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 now to Thompson. Off speed outside, 1-1. See if the bottom of the lineup, bottom third of the order here, can get something started for OHS. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. The next offering, high, 3-1. Page has walked 2, has not struck out a batter, has given up 4 hits in her 3 innings so far. 3-1 to Ella Thompson. The pitch. Low ball 4. Thompson draws a leadoff walk. Third walk issued by Page, and the batter Avery Frankie, who grounded back to the circle her first time up. Avery digs in. Could lay one down here, showing bunt early. First pitch, bunted. Pretty good bunt, fielded by the first baseman Thomas. Throw to first in time. Second baseman Holtz covering for out number 1, a sacrifice. Frankie gets the job done. Thompson to second. Score at 3-4. Here's Maddie Houck, who walked and stole a base her first time up. Thompson at second and 1 down. First pitch to Maddie. Little popper foul to the right side. That's out of the reach of the catcher Morrow, strike 1. Bulldogs 2, Roughriders nothing as Ottumwa bats in the bottom of the fourth. Last check over at baseball, it was 2-0 Ottumwa going to the fourth. A 1-1 to Houck. The next pitch. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Maddie. The next pitch, way high, 2-1. Some good patience here out of the bottom of the order. Thompson drew the leadoff walk. She's now at second. Houck has worked the count 2-1. Houck walked her first time up. The 2-1 pitch. Bounced in there, 3-1. Top of the order, Jocelyn Ware on deck. 3 balls and a strike. The Pitch on the way. Fly ball right center. That's going to get down for a hit. Thompson had to wait to make sure it would drop in, so she will hustle to third and stay there. But Hauk with a single. Runners on the corner is only one out, and back to the top of the order, Jocelyn Ware. Ware is grounded to the pitcher and grounded to short 0 for 2. Ottumwa leading 2-0 and threatening to increase the advantage here in the fourth inning. First pitch to Ware, taken for a strike. Hauk steals second. The throw goes back to the circle. Decided not to contest it. Now second and third with one out. Ware with an 0-1 count. The next pitch from Page. Fly ball to center. That's going to get down for a hit. That'll score one. Hauk to third as home is Thompson. The throw to the infield gets past the circle, and Ware will go to second. 3-0 Ottumwa, the RBI single by Jocelyn Ware. Still second and third, one out, and the batter is Sydney Rockhold. That's going to be a throwing error, I think, on the center fielder Vukovic that allows Ware to go to second. Rockhold walked and scored in the first, grounded out in the third. It was actually a low-line drive knocked down by the second baseman, Holtz. 3-0 Ottumwa, second and third, still only one out. The pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The next offering to Rockhold. Bounced in there, 1-1. One and one to Sydney. 3-0 Ottumwa, trying to break it open here in the fourth. The pitch on the way. Fly ball right center, pretty well hit. Going back is Bell. That's over her head. Rockhold hustling for second. Runner coming home. Sydney headed for third. Throw into the infield. Two-run triple. Sydney Rockhold. It's 5-0 Ottumwa. Opposite field, three-bagger and 2 RBI for the Bulldog DP. 3 runs home in the inning. And a runner on third with one out for Ella Aller, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a run. Roosevelt infield having a conference in the circle. No coach involved.
Next up for the Bulldogs, number 39, Ella Aller.
And now Aller will stand in, trying to drive in the 6th run of the game. Inning started with a leadoff walk, and Ottumwa has cashed it in and then some. First pitch to Aller. Off speed. In there for a strike, 0-1. Ella digs right back in. The 0-1. Ground ball sharply to short, up with it Burriola, runner coming home, throw to first in time for out number 2, but it is 6-0 on the RBI ground out by Aller. Base is empty, 2 down for Ashlyn Sheets, who's popped out and grounded out 0 for 2.
Ashlyn Sheets.
A 4-run 4th inning. And Ottumwa has 6 on the board. Sheets takes a pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Bulldogs on June 5th up at Roosevelt won the first game 6-3. They had a 4-run 3rd inning to take control. Here it's a 4-run 4th inning. The 0-1. Ground ball slowly to short, waiting on it. Burriola bobbles it, throw to first, not in time. A 2-out error will keep the inning going for Sam Weeks, who's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles. courtesy runner for Ashlyn Sheets, it's going to be Jordan Pauls. So Pauls, who's not able to start with that sore arm here on senior night, will appear as a courtesy runner.
Next up for the Bulldogs, number 11, Sam Weeks.
Now what I want to see is Paul steal a base. Weeks 2 for 2 RBI singles. Runner at first, 2 down. And the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Clara Page has her sign. Now the 0-1 to Sam. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Weeks, the 8th batter of the inning. We've seen 3 hits, 2 errors, a walk. All the runs that have scored are earned runs. If any more scored, they'd be unearned. Weeks, a ground ball to second, and Holtz bobbles it, picks it up, throw to first in time to retire the side. Ottumwa gets 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the 5th, Dogs 6, Riders nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning, Ottumwa now firmly in control of Game 1 here at Houston Field. They lead Des Moines Roosevelt 6-0. Roosevelt threatened to tie the game. In that top of the 4th inning, they had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, but a strikeout and a flyout ended the threat, and then Ottumwa responded with 4 in the bottom half of the inning. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Roosevelt order. Madeline Thomas, Sloan Swanson, Nani Bell. Thomas grounded to first her first time up. I say grounded to first. That was a line drive right at Hunter Caldwell that she knocked out and picked up and stepped on the bag. First pitch here. Fly ball, shallow left center, racing in and making the catch as the center fielder Hauk for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, and here's Sloan Swanson, struck out her first time up.
Now batting left fielder, Sloan Swanson.
Six nothing Ottumwa here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. Ottumwa 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Roosevelt no runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. 1 ball, no strikes to Swanson. The pitch, checked her swing, it was high. Appeal and no swing, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, that's right down Broadway, 2-1. One out, nobody on, top of the 5th. Sheets brings it home, and it's swung and fouled at the plate, 2-2. Ashland has struck out 5 through 4 1/3. Time called at the plate. And now Swanson digs back in with a 2-2 count. Sheets already with the sign. And the pitch. Off speed just high, 3-2. And Sheets has struck out 5. She's walked 1. She's allowed 1 hit. 6-0 Ottumwa. The 3-2 to Swanson. Inside corner called, strike 3. Weeks. Weeks dropped the third strike, picked it up, looked like she tagged Swanson in the back before Swanson ran down. The umpire said there was no tags, so the throw to first is in time, and there's 2 down. Strikeout number 6 for Ashlyn Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 2 down for Nani Bell, who grounded back to the circle her first time up. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The next offering, lined into shallow right. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the Rough Riders have their second hit of the game. I believe that's Donnie Bell's first varsity hit. And that'll bring up the catcher, Ariana Morrow, called out on strikes her first time up.
Roosevelt, the catcher, Ariana Morrow.
Runner at first for 2 down. Ottumwa leading 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. First pitch high, ball 1. Snap throw down to first, not in time. One 1-0 to Bell. Pardon me, 1-0 to Morrow. That pitch swung on and missed. Count even at a ball and a strike. Sheets has been very efficient through 4 2/3. That pitch missed outside, 2-1. Only 57 pitches for Ashlyn. She had a game earlier this year. I want to say it was her win over Ames. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she had like 99 pitches in 5 innings. There's a ground ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Back-to-back singles from the 8 and 9 hitters in the order. And Roosevelt 2-on-2 out back to the top of the order. Avery Vukovic, who struck out in the first, walked in the 4th.
Now batting the center fielder, Avery Vukovic.
Get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Morrow, trying to see the number. Grace Bell is the courtesy runner at first. So Nani Bell at second, Grace Bell at first. And here is Vukovic. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. This inning started innocently enough, a fly out to shallow center and a strikeout. But then back-to-back singles from the 8 and 9 hitters in the order. 2-on-2 out for Roosevelt. And the top of the order, Vukovic at the plate, the 0-1. Way high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa leading 6-0. The situation would be a lot less comfortable if Ottumwa hadn't put up 4 in the 4th inning. The 1-1. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt, 1-2. And Sheets in search of her 6th strikeout here. That would get her out of the 5th inning. 1-2. Lefty to righty, the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Ottumwa scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the 4th. Roosevelt trying to crack the scoreboard here, 2-on-2 out in the 5th. Sheets with the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball right center, and that's going to be caught on the run by Maddie Hauk. A waist-high catch on the dead run to retire the side. More good outfield defense for Ottumwa. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. That catch certainly saved a run. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ottumwa 6, Roosevelt nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
New pitcher for Roosevelt. Number 24, Lily Duff.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Ottumwa leading 6-0, and Roosevelt will go to the bullpen. And they'll bring in sophomore Lily Duff in relief of Clara Page. Duff making just her 2nd appearance. She's thrown an inning and a third, has allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Has faced 10 batters and given up 5 hits. Trying to see if Clara Page stayed in the game or not. Ottumwa will have Strayer, Thompson, and Frankie due up. Page pitched 4 innings, allowed 6 runs on 7 hits. Walked 3, struck out none through 73 pitches. Emma Strayer has flied to center and grounded to short 0 for 2. First pitch from Duff, low and in, ball 1. One and 0 to Strayer. The next pitch, that's in there for a strike, 1-1. 6-0 Ottumwa as the Bulldogs bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now the 1-1. High chopper to short. Burriola has it, throw to first in time for out number 1. Ella Thompson, the batter, 0 for 1, walked and scored in that 4-run 4th inning. And now a coach visit to the circle before Thompson bats. And that conversation ends. Update from John Hart Stadium. Ottumwa baseball going to the 5th inning, leading Roosevelt 4-0. So they've doubled their lead. Back here at Houston Field. Thompson digs in. First pitch from Duff. Foul ball off to the right over the first base dugout and out of play, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Ella Thompson. The pitch, off speed, low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was double checking. I don't believe that Clara Page went to another position. I think she was just taken out of the game when they brought in Duff to pitch. That pitch spins Thompson off the plate inside, but it's called a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch poked foul as Thompson stays alive at 1-2. Well, now the game over at John Hart Stadium just got a lot closer. They're going to the 6th inning. Ottumwa still leads Roosevelt, but it's 4-3. One and 2 to Ella Thompson. 1 out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lily Duff in relief of Clara Page, and time called by Thompson at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Thompson digs back in, the 2-2 pitch. Popped it up right side. First baseman Thomas underneath it makes the catch for out number 2. That brings up Avery Frankie, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Check that, we're going to get a pinch hitter. It'll be Aaron Ward to pinch hit for Frankie. 2 out, nobody on.
Pinch hitting for the Bulldogs, number 45, Aaron Ward.
So Ward will stand in, 2 out, nobody on. First pitch from Duff on the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1 to Ward. Sophomore pinch hitter for OHS. The 0-1. High and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ward digs back in with a 1-1 count. Pitch from Duff, high and away, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The next pitch, fouled back, 2-2. According to a tweet 1 minute ago from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, regional softball pairings will be released Friday. That's tomorrow. Don't know if that'll be in the morning or the afternoon, but we may very well find out Ottumwa's regional road while we're in Cedar Rapids at the Brian Irby Classic. The 2-2 to Ward. Off speed, swung on and missed strike 3, and the inning is over. Bulldogs set down in order for the first time today. We go to the 6th inning. Ottumwa leading 6-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Ottumwa still leading Des Moines Roosevelt 6-0. Game 1 of our softball doubleheader here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Ashlyn Sheets has allowed 3 hits through 5 innings. She has struck out 5 and walked 1. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Roughriders. Starting with Tenley Thompson, who's grounded back to the circle and laid down a sacrifice bunt. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Lily Duff is in the on-deck circle, so she did indeed replace Clara Page in the batting order. The 1-0. Pop foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to the left-handed batting Thompson. Sheets brings it home, and it's outside 2-1. And we'll be in Cedar Rapids tomorrow at Jefferson High for the Brian Irby Classic. That pitch down and in, 3-1. Bulldogs play Bettendorf at 2:15. Let me double check my times here. Yeah, Bettendorf at 2:15 and then Benton at 5:45, so we'll have a break in between games. The 3-1. Fly ball, really a pop-up out to shortstop, and Ware makes a basket catch for out number 1. So here is Lily Duff, came on to pitch in the 5th inning. As a hitter, Duff is 0 for 1, but does have a walk and does have an RBI.
Now batting number 24, Lily Duff.
1 out, nobody on in the 6th, and the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Ottumwa scored a run in the 1st and another run in the 3rd. Then they broke it open with 4 runs in the 4th inning. The big blow was a 2-run triple by Sydney Rockhold. The 1-0 pitch here from Sheets, swung on and missed. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Fly ball to right, pretty well hit, but Thompson is there, makes the catch, 2 down. Pretty good opposite field stroke by Lily Duff, but Thompson in right and Houck in center both made some good plays in this game. 2 out, nobody on for Lola Tate Dotson, who was grounded out and struck out 0 for 2.
Now batting number 28, Lola Tate Dotson.
Going to the bottom of the 6th inning over at John Hart Stadium. Ottumwa baseball still leading Roosevelt 4-3. First pitch fouled back off the mask of Sam Weeks, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Ground ball to third. Nice backhand stab by Strayer. Throw to first. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning for Ashlyn Sheets. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottumwa 6, Roosevelt nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Last chance for Ottumwa to tack on any insurance runs. They lead Roosevelt 6-0, game 1 of our doubleheader. Lily Duff pitched a 1-2-3 inning in relief in the 5th inning. She'll face the 9-1-2 spots for Ottumwa here in the 6th. Maddie Houck has walked and singled. She's stolen 2 bases and has scored a run.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Bulldogs, center fielder Maddie Houck.
Abby Roker is now playing left field instead of Sloan Swanson for Des Moines Roosevelt. First pitch to Houck. Little floater over the circle, fielded behind the bag at second. Throw to first, not in time. Holtz, the second baseman, got to that ball, but Houck with an infield hit. She's 2 for 2. Has reached base all 3 times. And that'll bring up Jocelyn Ware, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run.
For the Bulldogs, shortstop, Jocelyn Ware.
First pitch, runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time. Maddie steals it standing up, her 3rd steal of the game. Pitch was a strike, so the count 0-1 to Ware. Lily Duff brings it home, and it's high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-0 Ottumwa, bottom of the 6th inning. The leadoff hitter now at second base. Nobody out. The 1-1. Popped it up foul left side. That'll be playable for Thompson in front of the Ottumwa dugout. Makes the catch, 1 down. Sydney Rockhold, the batter. Walked and scored in the first, grounded out in the 3rd, and then hit a 2-run triple. The big blow of this game in the 4th inning. Runner at second, 1 down. First pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Holtz, the second baseman, has it. Throw to first and 2 down. Down to third goes Houck, and it's up to Ella Aller, who is 2 for 3, 2 singles, has scored a run, and has an RBI groundout.
Now batting, number 39, Ella Aller.
Runner at third and 2 down. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Ottumwa with a chance to score, even though they haven't hit a ball out of the infield this inning. Houck, the infield hit, stole second. Ware popped out. Rockhold grounded out to move Maddie to third. The 1-0 to Aller. Ground ball right side, base hit. That'll get the run home. 7-0 Ottumwa. They try to throw back to first, but Aller way too fast for that. Second RBI, 3rd hit of the game for Aller. Ottumwa cashes in that leadoff hit. And the batter is Ashlyn Sheets, who is 0 for 3, has reached on an error. First pitch, lined into right center for a base hit. All around second on her way to third. Runners on the corners and 2 down. And that'll bring up Sam Weeks. Courtesy runner for Sheets, I'm sure we'll have again, and it will again be Jordan Pauls. Weeks 2 for 3, a pair of RBI singles. She drove in the Ottumwa runs in the 1st and 3rd innings.
Now the catcher, Sam Weeks.
Before Ottumwa broke out with that 4-run 4th. They've got a run here in the 6th, lead 7-0. Runners on the corners. Off-speed pitch called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. For what it's worth, if Weeks were to go yard here, a home run would end the game on the 10-run rule. 7-0, 2 on, 2 out. Righty to lefty, Duff to Weeks. That's line down the left field line, but it'll land foul. And the count 0-2. Aller at third, Pauls at first. 2 down for Sam. A run home on the Aller RBI single. Lily Duff has her sign for Roosevelt. The 0-2. Popped it up left side. Third baseman Thompson will make the catch, and the inning is over. Ottumwa gets a run on 3 hits. They leave 2. And we're 3 outs away from a Game 1 win. We go to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs 7, Roughriders nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning. Ashlyn Sheets 3 outs away from another win, and one more zero on the board would give her another shutout. It's Ottumwa 7, Roosevelt nothing. Bulldogs in the game, 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Roosevelt, no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. 5, 6, and 7 spots for the Roughriders due up here in the 7th inning. Ella Holtz, Madeline Thomas, and then we believe Abby Roker.
The Roughriders, number 17, Ella Holtz.
Holtz has popped to the circle and flied out to right, 0 for 2. First pitch, little pop up to the circle, caught by Sheets. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Madeline Thomas, the batter, a ground ball to first and a fly ball to center, 0 for 2. Right-handed batting, first baseman digs in. No batting gloves on her hands. The pitch, down low, ball 1. One and 0 to Thomas. Sheets brings it home, and a foul back, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Liner into left field. Frankie coming on, has to play it on a hop. A 1-out single for Thomas. Just the 4th hit of the game for Roosevelt. And the batter will be Abby Roker, who came on defensively last inning in left field in place of Sloan Swanson. Roker, a sophomore, hitting .270 with a home run and 4 driven in. One on, 1 out, the pitch. High, ball 1.
Now batting number 15, Abby Roker.
Roker, a tall, slender right-handed batter, digs in. 1-0. Fouled off to the right or not completely out of play, but down into the right field corner, foul ball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch in there for strike 2. One and 2 to Roker. Sheets into the line and the pitch. High, 2-2. Two and 2 to Abby Roker. Nani Bell on deck. The pitch. In there, called strike 3, 2 down. Strikeout number 6 for Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Dogs 1 out away from a Game 1 win. Nani Bell, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single. Thomas still at first with 2 down for Roosevelt, top 7. Ottumwa leading 7-0. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Bounced in there. Runner headed to second as the ball rolled up the first baseline. Wild pitch. 1-0 to Bell. One ball, no strikes. The next offering from Sheets on the outside corner. We're even at 1-1. Sheets trying to pitch a shutout on her senior night. She's 1 out away. But Roosevelt does have a runner in scoring position. Ottumwa, though, up 7-0. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a high one. Snap throw down to second. But hustling back is Thomas. Count is 1-2. Bulldogs 1 strike away. One and 2 to Nani Bell. The pitch. Fly ball foul right side. That's going to land untouched in the Roosevelt bullpen. Still 1-2. And we'll see at least one more pitch here in game 1. One and 2. The pitch. Ground ball back to the circle. Sheets has it, throw to first. That's the ball game. Ottumwa wins game 1, 7-0. A 4-hit shutout for Ashlyn Sheets. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and get you the game 1 totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Game one in the books. Ottumwa shuts out Roosevelt 7-0. For the Bulldogs, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. Ashland Sheets the winner now 9-5. A complete game 4-hit shutout. For Roosevelt, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base. Clara Page, the loss, now 8-4. The ball game took 1 hour and 33 minutes to complete. Ottumwa improves to 16-9, 12-3 in the Iowa Alliance South. Roosevelt falls to 18-9, 9-6 in conference play. We're going to take a 15-minute break before we start our Game 2 broadcast. On the video side, we simply stop the Game 1 stream. Game 2 stream in 15 minutes. On the radio side, Kyle Smith will get you an update. Radio Iowa News, Radio Iowa Sports, a few other updates as well. We'll be back in approximately 15 minutes with the Game 2 pregame show. Bulldogs win Game 1 7-0. Keep it close. We're back in 15 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
This is Opula with Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? You don't really want to cook? Stop in and see us. We are known for the best pizza in Southeast Iowa. Enjoy a mouth-watering steak or an awesome tenderloin. We also have salads, pasta, chicken and fish, and of course, amazing Greek food. Call ahead for carryout. Our full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you for making us your favorite restaurant. We look forward to serving you at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse.
Opa! Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian